Hi, welcome back. Sophie here, and thank you so much for joining me on YouTube today. I'm going to be guiding you through a super fun, fluid, floaty 10-minute flow just to get you easing into your body. It's going to involve a little bit of free movement, so don't worry too much about how it looks. Just really try to feel into your body, your breath, trying to build a little bit of energy and space within your body. So we're going to get straight to it, and we're going to start in a child's pose today. So taking these nice and wide, letting those toes touch, allowing the belly to really softly fall between the thighs. And we're just going to start our practice by rolling that forehead from left to right. Starting to tune into the breath. And wiggle those hips a little from left to right. Now I'm going to begin to switch on my oceanic Ujjayi breath, just really helping me get deeper into the movement. So if you're wanting to practice that breath with me, we're inhaling and exhaling through the nose, creating this rasping sound, this oceanic noise from the back of the throat. And we're going to use that oceanic noise to inspire our practice, our free movement this morning, today, this evening, whenever you might be taking this practice. So moving fluidly to the rhythm of that breath. Just taking a few more rolls of the forehead here, just allowing any expectation, any unwanted thoughts, just fall out the top of the head. And if you'd like to work with a little mantra today, I invite you to practice with the mantra of I am open, I am light, and I am free. Final inhale here. On your exhale, gently slide those fingertips towards the knees as you round the spine, tucking chin towards the chest. Fingertips behind those glutes. Let's open through the heart space as we inhale. Exhale. Come back to that tabletop position. Taking a little cat-cow just to warm up the spine here. And then we're going to take the knees nice and wide. So we're going to take a traveling cat-cow today. Inhale, we open through the heart space, ripple forward. Exhale, round through the back body, sit back to the heels. Inhale, we roll along the floor. Exhale, like a wave, press all the way up and back. Taking a few more of these in your own time. You can either stick with this waving motion, or maybe you start to really wiggle into the body, wiggle into those hips. Send the weight forward, really creating this really fluid movement, opening into any areas that feel a little sticky. So 3 more breaths here in your own time. Maybe closing the eyes, softening here. And then when you're ready, we're going to come to a regular tabletop position. So shoulders in line with wrists, hips over knees. Pressing down through our left fingertips. We're going to inhale, right fingertips lift forward. As you exhale, dial the heart towards the sky. Sit back to the heels. Inhale, we lift those right fingertips forward. Exhale, sit back to the heels. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Final time. Sit the bottom back to the heels, and our right hand is going to arrive on our right heel or hip. Open out into a little half camel here. Taking a deep breath here into the chest. Exhale, come all the way back forward into that tabletop position. Again, a little cat-cow just to reset the spine. And then coming on to the opposite side. So pressing down through that right hand. Inhale, left arm rises. Exhale, sit back to the heels. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Exhale to release. Final time we lift. Exhale, bottom back to the heels. This time left hand to the left heel or hip as you open up into that half camel. Engaging those glutes, pressing those hips forward, taking a nice deep breath here. We inhale. Exhale, release the bind, bottom to the heels, pad the hands forward into that tabletop position. We're now going to tuck the toes, send the tailbone nice and high, downward facing. And as I said, this is a pretty free practice, so maybe pedaling out through those feet, maybe wiggling the tailbone from left to right as you spread the fingers nice and wide. Maybe you want to roll onto the outer edge of the right foot, sweep the left arm up and over as you bend the heels. And then coming onto the opposite side, so roll onto the outer edge of those left feet, sweep that right arm all the way up and over before we meet in our downward facing. On your next inhale, gaze forward. And to the exhale, take as many teeny tiny steps on those tiptoes to come to find a forward fold at the top of our mat. Taking hold of opposite elbows as you softly bend the knees and sway a little from left to right. Head hangs heavy. Final inhale here. Exhale, we release the bind, interlace the fingers at the base of the skull, roll all the way up to a standing position. Opening those elbows nice and wide, we're just going to take some waves through the body, so some nice big body rolls. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, ripple through the spine. Inhale, we lift the chest. Exhale, bend the knees, ripple through the spine. Inhale, we lift the chest. Exhale, ripple through the spine. This time, soft bend in the knees, hands to the hips, feet hip width apart. We're just going to take some nice big circles into those hips. And then taking those circles in the opposite direction now. Coming back to neutral, inhale, lift those arms high to the sky, lightly touch the palms. Like a waterfall, ripple the chest all the way down. Inhale, we look forward, fingertips to shins, flat back. Exhale, we're going to move through a little vinyasa, so stepping back to a high plank, shifting the weight forward, lowering knees, chest, chin, or high to low plank. Inhale to upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. In that downward facing, we're just going to take 3 spinal waves. So inhale, we ripple forward. Exhale, bend the knees, shoot the bottom back, lift the tailbone high. Inhale, we ripple forward. Exhale, bend the knees, shoot the bottom back. Final time, we ripple all the way forward. This time, exhale, bend the knees, shoot the bottom back, downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath here, we inhale. Exhale, gaze forward, step, jump, float to a seated position at the top of our mat. And we're just going to take a little forward fold to finish our practice. So taking our right leg out in front of us, left foot inside that right thigh, flexing the toes towards the face. Inhale, we lift, we lengthen, grow a little taller. And then exhale, forward fold. Thinking chin towards the chin, chest towards the thigh as you open out through that hamstring. And maybe just taking some little ripples with the breath here. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Exhale to release. Final time, we lift and lengthen. Exhale to release. This time, left hand outside left thigh. Press down to lift up. Rise those hips high. Open through the chest. Baby wild thing. And then sit that bottom down. Pressing the hands behind those glutes. Just switch those legs. Right foot inside left thigh. We're going to flex the toes towards the face. Inhale as we lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Again, not worrying about how far you go down. Maybe we take some little waves with the breath. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Final time, we lift like a wave. Exhale to release. Inhale, rising all the way up to seated. Right hand outside right glute. Press down to lift up. Baby wild thing. Opening through the heart space, through the chest. And then sit that bottom down. We're going to come to find a seated position near the top of our mat, taking one hand to each knee, pressing down to lift up, open through that heart space. And then exhale, tuck chin towards the chest, ripple all the way down to lie on your back. When you get there, taking hold of opposite elbows on the floor behind your head and just softly windscreen wiping those knees from left to right. Loosening out through the hips, feeling the weight of the body on the earth. Eventually, we're going to come all the way down to lie on our back, finding our final and our most important posture of our practice, our closing relaxation. Final breath here. We inhale. Exhale, start to wiggle the toes, the fingers, bringing some awareness, some life back into the body. Circling the ankles, the wrists, maybe taking a full body stretch, fingertips all the way down to those toes. And then together we tuck those knees in towards our chest, wrap our arms around, give ourselves a nice big hug. And then the hands to the back of the thighs. We'll just take some little rock and rolls up and down off the mat to massage the spine. Eventually meeting in that seated position at the top of our mat. Closing our practice with a nice big clearing breath. We're going to inhale, rise those hands high towards the sky. Exhale, draw those hands to heart center. Coming back to that little mantra, if you're working with it, reminding yourself that you are open, you are light, and you are free. Together we bow our chin towards our chest, always in gratitude and always in peace. As always, thank you so much for letting me guide you today. I hope you enjoyed that short, floaty and fluid flow. I hope you didn't get distracted by the mosquito net flying around everywhere, but it was pretty in theme, keeping everything soft and floaty. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you next time.